Welcome to another episode of the Let's Talk Fabulous with Tamara show. And of course, I'm not Tamara. I'm your guest host, Kim O'Neill, and so happy to be here with you today. We are here today. I'm already cracking up at myself because I realize how kind of cheesy I look. But hey, we are here today going to have a conversation about happy holiday humor. We hope that you will join us, add us to your day, and let us know in the comments what's going on for you in the world. Let's talk.
Hello, everyone. My name is Renee Reich, and welcome to today's fabulous show. Today's guest host is Kim O'Neill, and she'll be talking about adding some fun and humor to the holidays. It's been a stressful time for many this past year, and what better way than to add some humor, hope, and heart this holiday season. So sit back, relax, enjoy this show, add some levity to your life, and have a beautiful, healthy, happy, sweet, and prosperous new year. Have a fabulous show from my heart to yours.
Happy holidays, everybody. Oh, I love it. I love it. Dom brought the shades.
Nice.
Sometimes you're so cool, you just gotta wear shades, right, Dom?
There you go.
Keeping it cool to the three cucumbers, a whole triangle of them.
Well, before we get into our conversation and just fun, right? We're having fun today and we're going to flow with it. But before we do, let's go ahead and meet our panelists today. Hear a little bit about who they are and where you're located in the world. So I'm going to start with, this direction, with Jeoffrey. Jeoffrey, tell one.
Hey, how's it going, people? My name is Jeoffrey Hutcherson. I am the hero of happiness. I am an author, public speaker, massage therapist. Look, I'm an artist of life. I just enjoy what I do. I'm located here in the Midwest, and it's going pretty good right now because some days we can be like -12, but not today. It's a good day where I am right now. So I'm loving life, and I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. And let's move on down right below Jeoffrey to Janell.
Hi, everybody. My name is Janell, and I'm here in Central Oregon. I am a lover and believer in the greatness of people. I feel that we are at the core of us. We have so much in us, and it's amazing. I'm an intuitive. I'm a healer. I'm a learning specialist, and I've been a horse trainer, and I develop an intuitive edge for people. I also connect them to their purpose and heal. That's me, and I love being here with you.
I love all of that, Janell. And I'm so sorry. I must have missed it. Where are you located?
Central Oregon.
Central Oregon. Oh, you're right above me in California. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And Dom, it's so good to see you here again. Tell everyone who you are and where you're located.
Thanks, Kim. I guess you can't escape from me. Name's Dominique, Dom Brightmon, positive thought catalyst, all the way from the land of charm and crab cakes, Baltimore, Maryland, and also best-selling author and host of the Going North podcast, a podcast to inspire listeners to become authors.
Awesome sauce. And we are recording today on Christmas Eve, and we're going to just want to play a quick little video recognizing that.
Such a sweet delight, and oh so gently snow is falling, angels calling to be merry and bright. Ooh, splendid winter night, and oh so lovely snow is falling, angels calling to be merry and bright. To be merry and bright, oh merry and bright. Ooh, such a sweet delight.
Oh, I love that video. And thanks, Barbara, for using the hat photo.
Right?
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. Okay, so who wants to get this party started?
Oh, did you have to ask? You just sitting there. It's like, look, here's a fun way to always get the party started. You know, I had a Christmas party with my family yesterday. There's another one going on just right after the show too. And one of the things that I noticed was the fact that, you know, people sometimes will have ideas of Christmas from the past and cause themselves stress. And I'm like, look, you don't have to do it that way. Your ideas can always be fun, can always be original, and really just have a nice glass of awesome order to kick stuff off. And I mean awesome order like tequila.
That's when you get the party started.
You have some relatives
go.
that are just, you know what? It's just, hold on, just give me, I know it's only 2.
Just give me a minute.
Give me a minute, a shot, and I will be right with you.
I'm borrowing this. This is a really good idea.
You know,
there you
some
go.
people.
Peace, honor
I love some people.
begins with a piece in the chair.
Exactly. Really tune into how much you love some people. That's
Excuse me while I have my drink.
I'm gonna make you one.
Adaptability, I love it.
I'm loving the like darkish humor coming in right now because I love it. That's a great way to alleviate stress and tension, right? I love it. Oh my God.
It's
so
the
good.
realness though, isn't it? It's the realness because holidays are awesome and amazing, but there can be a stress element. There can because there's a lot to do and a lot to go to. And thank you, Jeoffrey, for saying the expectations. Do you?
Mhm.
Do you? And really tapping into what is that going to look like for you? And I know I've learned to grow into this because when I was in my early 20s, there was all of this, there was a pressure. And I know we're having fun, but sometimes being real, right? Let's be real. There's a lot of pressure around how many holidays you're going to need to go to, this family, that family, this family, that family. And you guys, I got so tired and it took the fun out of it. So being able to shift into going, no, but what's going to work for you? What's really honoring you this holiday? So I'm linking that. What's honoring me? So I've been willing to change it up. I've been saying, family, I love y'all. I love you all. And this week I'm going over here. This year.
Okay, to all those with us today, let us know in the comments. Are you switching things up so that you are honoring yourself in the process so that you get to also enjoy this holiday, right? It's not just for everyone else, it's for you too. So I love that, Janelle. I love that. And I want to go back to a comment that we had a moment ago. Tamara Hunter is with us in the chat and she was asking, so what's in that drink, Jeoffrey?
Oh. Well, like I said, it's,
holiday cheer.
It is.
There you go.
Holiday cheer. It is my purple. It is my purple drink that gives me the strength.
Purple drink.
No
is
rubber
very
tussin
fitting.
involved.
Yep.
I like how you gave it a swirl.
I know. It's the liquid that brings the smiles. It is totally no. It is. No, seriously, it is just a drink that I have for as far as my immune system stuff. Just water. Just keep myself up and flowing and going. You know, it's here's the thing. You know, when we are fulfilling ourselves, when we're having fun, you know, we always taking that time to just enjoy life every chance we get, you know, and yes, having a healthy relationship with any and everything, you know, I joke and say about, you know, having tequila, which is great. I do, you know, I have it and I want it and I love it. And it's really in this space of recognizing I'm here now, I'm present, I'm loving this moment, I'm loving you. You know, the greatest gift we have is each other.
Yeah. Well, and I want to go back to kind of, in fact, your exact words, Janelle, have left me right now, but you said something a moment ago that brought me back to just remembering how powerful setting an intention is, right? So if you're choosing to do something that you're like, well, you know, this could go this way or that way, we could, I think it was reflecting, or one of you said reflecting on, you know, past memories, right? If we're just simply like moving forward, trying to move forward, but bringing all the past memories into the forward, that can be so challenging, right? And so if we set an intention to say, okay, I recognize the power within my own words. I choose to have a happy holiday. I choose to not let this impact me or that impact me. I choose to have fun. And so really getting into that mind space and using our words to get us in alignment with that experience, because we do have the power to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we do. I like that we have the power. We do have that ability to make those choices and set those intentions and then bring it in. Yeah. Bring it right into this now. Absolutely. And it's the little things. It's the little things that really make a difference, isn't it? It's like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be so present right now. And what can I really hang on? What can I really see right now? That's just amazing, because that for me enhances the holiday. It helps. It's that experience. It brings in that experience. So I have a story. So enhance the holidays. Okay.
So tell us.
I've been overseas. I've lived overseas. When I was in my early 20s, I traveled, and I was part of a team that taught English in a Russian school. So I was in Russia. I lived there right after Perestroika, and they wanted English speakers in their schools and so on. So I was in a high school, and I was with a team from people from all over. And we were invited to, we're there over Christmas. So here we're having a holiday Christmas here overseas. Whoa, woohoo. It was awesome. And I'm 23, right? So great, bring it on. And the kiddos that we taught were these beautiful souls, and they worked all day in baking cookies and cakes, and they made this elaborate spread for us. And there was a handful of us teachers that showed up for this tea, this evening tea that the kids worked all day on. And so we're all apartments were small, so we're all shoulder to shoulder with our cakes and everything out in front of us, and our little plates and our tea, and everybody's serving us up and eating, and we're laughing, and we're telling stories, and they're telling their Russian stories to us. It was awesome. And I looked down at my colleague's cake. He had his plate right here. I looked down at it, and I'm seeing these ants. Oh, these ants. So I'm brushing them off the table. Okay.
Oh no.
I'm gonna keep talking, and we're laughing. And I'm like, no, there's more ants. I'm like, where are these ants coming from? He's got his cake half down. I look down at mine. I haven't really started it, and they're coming from my cake.
Oh my gosh! Oh,
so you have these lovely souls with all this beautiful intention. You're not going to say anything. And so I'm looking over at my buddy going, his is half gone, and he doesn't know.
Oh
to
my
tell or not to tell.
So what did you do? What happened next?
I chose the thing you don't know won't kill you.
Oh, God.
There you go. Ignorance is bliss.
It's all true partnership, right, buddyship? I really need it.
Oh my God. Yeah, Tamara says the cake to remember. Definitely. I agree.
Cake to remember.
Now we got to Google the protein quality of ants.
Right on. Are they poisonous? No. Was I all of a sudden really full? Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, that was very polite of you to take that approach, and wow. Okay, well, I wanted to see what holiday jokes I could maybe find that we could just have a little fun with. And so how do y'all feel about me showing some jokes on the screen and you all trying to guess the answer? Okay, so here we go. Okay, here is. Oh, it's not as fun when I introduce it that way, is it? You can have fun recognizing how you're not having fun. Okay. 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 This feels really lame now. I feel really cheesy. We're gonna move to a little commercial.
Come on, embrace the cheese. Come on.
I know. I am embracing it. I'm gonna use the cane on myself and pull my for a moment. Okay. I'll see you all again soon.
It's a new day. Yes, it is.
It's a new day. It's a new day. Okay, so I'm gonna pivot.
She had some wine with the cheesiness.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God I have my family.
Somebody had some awesome water, didn't tell us.
Okay, I'm gonna put someone else on the spot here because I know one of our panelists here today it just cracks me up all the time with his dad jokes. And I'm gonna just put Dom on the spot and say, Dom, do you have any dad jokes you'd like to share with us today?
Oh Lord. Oh man. Well, funny enough, maybe not a dad joke, but a dad story. Funny enough, this was like years before he kind of lost a bit of his memory, but it was like one Christmas we had like a flooding in the house, and we were like trying to get all the darn water out. The basement was all flooded, and we're kind of feeling down and everything because it's like, oh darn, this is like the third time it happened in like a 3-year period, and it was like the holiday season and everything. And then it was like, I think it was like 2 a.m. in the morning or whatever, and my dad was it's also when he lost a lot of weight, so he didn't have as much muscle as he did around this time, but he was basically dealing with all that water. He got a little cold. We put a bunch of towels and blankets all over him to keep him warm. And just after a few moments of just somber silence, it was we were all kind of in a dark mood. He took one of the towels and wrapped it around his head. And he was like, do I look like a Bedouin with this towel on my head? And we were all just busting out laughing because it was just so random out of nowhere. Because it was like, what? So we all decided to wrap little towels around our heads like we were wearing turbans for no reason.
Who had frankincense? Who had myrrh? That's what we need to find out. Who else we had?
I love that. I like
good for your dad.
Yeah. Despite what he's going through, he found the humor in the moment, and then you all were so loving and joining in with him. That was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta talk about shaking up your Christmas tradition. So you remind me of a story, and how shall I frame this? Okay, so for years my family had traditional Christmas at my aunt's house. We'd all get together. She'd play the piano, sing carols and stuff like that, and there was just all of this whole big Christmas to do for years that I could remember since a child growing up. And so now, as Jeoffrey's still growing up, and he's an adult and having fun doing slightly inappropriate things, so he comes to the Christmas class, or he comes to the Christmas party, and he's wearing a nice Christmas sweater. I'm not going to describe to what it is, but you'll get the idea of what type of sweater this was by the end of this story. So Jeoffrey's wearing the Christmas sweater. People are looking at me, having a regular conversation with me, not noticing anything about the Christmas sweater that Jeoffrey's wearing. Hour into the party.
Oh no.
Hour and 45 minutes into the party. 2 hours and 15 minutes into the party. 2 hours, 23 minutes into the party. I hear my mother's voice call my name from across the room. Jeoffrey!
She said.
And she noticed what it is. And it was just, it's from that point. You're talking, it was Christmas trees. It was, it was snowflakes. It was a buck. And then it was another buck. And then there was both the bucks bucking.
Oh, this is a family show. Okay.
I'm just saying,
this is how we got families. So
I know.
Very true. Thank you.
Really. Yeah. Why is that? Why is making a family not family friendly?
Exactly. Yes.
Your mom is like, Jeoffrey.
Yeah. I got the pleasant smirk from across the room, and I'm just like, that's why my mother loves me.
That is why.
She couldn't be mad. She made me. She gave me the sense of humor. What are you going to be mad at me for? You gave me the gifts.
That's how you buck negativity in the holiday
season. We have a buck. We have a buck. A real buck. So I'm out here in the country, and I see this 2-point beautiful buck. Bless his heart. He's out in the field. I'm like, what is he doing? This is good. Family friendly. He's good. I just wanted to let you know.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So but he's flying in the air, and I come to the flying. I thought, what is going on out there? Well, I have horses, and I have electric rope that makes these horse fences. Well, Buck thought it would be funny to play, I don't know what game, with the electric wire. And he got it wrapped like Christmas tinsel in his big rack. Oh my gosh, how am I going to get you out of there? And he's a wild deer. I'm not going to just walk up and pull it off his horns. So I have a pair of scissors, and I thought, well, from a safe distance, I'm going to cut this line. I'm going to cut this rope. And Mr. 2-Point Buck took off running. He looked like a Christmas tree. He had these lines flapping in the wind behind him as he just took off. And I thought, oh, thinking of family, right? And family laughter. His whole family is going to be going, what in the world did you decorate your horns with this time?
Oh, dear.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, so that is an excellent segue into what do you get if you eat shiny Christmas tree decorations?
What do you eat when you get shiny Christmas tree decorations?
You get tinselitis.
Oh, okay. I'm glad I saved it because you're already trying to curve back, Jeff, and I was not where I was going.
Me neither, Jeffrey. I was keeping it clean, but my mind was thinking.
Because I had that instance with my
Tinselberries.
dogs. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Tinselberries.
I'm over here going crazy. No, it's all good. It's all good.
Yuletide grenades.
Oh my gosh. Jeffrey, we appreciate your joke. So I want you to know I appreciate your joke. So I don't want you to feel your joke is not as funny as it is, because it absolutely is, and we love it. And I thank you for sharing that story too, Janelle. I love that. Yeah, I almost messaged Barbara. For those that don't know, Barbara Beckley is also the guest host of this show and also producer of the show. And I almost messaged her to say, you know what, I'm going to have some really cheesy, maybe even lame jokes. You might want to have a sound.
We need one. That's what we need.
I know. I've got more where those came from. Okay. I guess I'm that person today.
Hooray! All right, we got it out of her. Welcome to the Cheese Town.
Exactly. Okay, here's another one. Why didn't Rudolph make honor roll in school this term?
Oh, because he went down in history.
Oh! Okay, Jeffrey, since you actually got it, you get
Okay.
Yeah.
good job. Okay, well, stole my thunder on that one. Okay, I'm totally kidding. Okay. Oh,
She's
so,
adulting. She's not
I'm
kidding.
adulting, exactly. I'm adulting. Have more of that adult beverage. So, to our audience with us today, where are you tuning in, and what are you doing to add light and humor, upliftment to your holiday? I would love to hear from you. I'm going to take a look at some of the comments we've already had. We've had so many people with us today. It's awesome to see. Helene's with us saying, my poor ears cannot hear this, LOL. And Tamara, thank you. Tamara, shout out. Oh, wrong comment. Tamara is saying Merry Christmas to Lisa. And she also said I made her laugh somewhere in here. Kim, you're cracking me up. Thank you for that. And Sheila, good to see you too. I'm glad you all are laughing. And of course we have hello. Angel is with us today, and Patty. And we saw Brian with us. Okay, awesome to see you all here with us today in the comments. And we have Sheila with us from the UK. Sheila, I did not know you were in the UK. That is awesome sauce. And thank you for joining us today. I think, what is that? That's already Christmas Eve evening over there. That's excellent. Mm-hmm. Well, would anybody like another joke?
Go ahead.
Go ahead and poke us with it.
Okay.
Yay! There it is.
was
I
cracking
like
up with
it.
those. Okay, that
That's
was.
good.
Thank you, Barbara. You came through. That was awesome. Okay, here's one. What's Santa's nationality?
Mhm.
Anybody want to guess? Okay, I'll give it away. North Pole-ish.
I was working on the North Pole. With the North Pole. North Pole-ish. Okay.
That means he must be a long distant relative of mine because I am part Polish. So. Thank you, Barbara. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
We are suddenly trapped in a Charlie Brown episode.
I know. What are all your favorite holiday movies?
Oh man, there are so many. You know, I like the really early Rankin and Bass ones. "'Twas the Night Before Christmas," you know, with the one with the Christmas clock.
I love that one.
Yeah, that one's a really fun one.
Mhm.
And "The Year Without a Santa Claus," it's really one of my favorites too. Just the whole stop motion thing, because here's the thing about the day we live in now as compared to the days that were there when we were growing up. Me, back in the late 1900s, we used to go to the TV set at a certain time and see the Christmas specials. You know, it was only a certain time of the year that they would come on, but then we got them in DVDs, then we have them in streaming, and so it's kind of like we can see them all the time. But there was those special moments. You know, we'd make the popcorn, we'd sit down in front of the television as a family, and we'd watch the Christmas specials and just have a really good time. You know, so it was just the magic of the stop motion stuff,
Yeah.
the beautiful messages that the songs were singing about and coming through. I mean, we didn't know it at the time that you just put one foot in front of the other. We didn't know that was a life lesson in there. It was just a song that we were looking at in that moment. We didn't know that was a life lesson in that Christmas special. I mean, so those types of just honest, showing you how to be a good person type of Christmas specials, I really just enjoy those.
That is such a good point, Jeffrey. The life lessons. What comes to mind for me, one of my favorites is How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And the life lesson in that is we get to choose to be happy regardless of what goes on in the world. And I know that sometimes is easier said than done, but all those Who's, they had everything stolen from them. And they said, you know what, we still have each other. We can still sing. We can still, what do we have though? Right. And what a difference that made, because the Grinch's heart then grew 3 times bigger or whatever the number is. Right. I love that. I love that. Okay, we have some favorites in the comments. Of course, we have Tamara saying she loves "It's a Wonderful Life." I love that one too. That's another great life lesson. I feel I can't think of what the lesson is, but it's in there.
It's there somewhere.
Yeah, it's in there somewhere. We of course have "Home Alone," and of course that's a fun one. And then we also have Tamara saying, "My mom loved that movie, Kim." Yeah,
The Christmas Carol.
Yeah,
That one's got some morals in it. Do not put your tongue on a frozen pole.
It's funny though. It's funny.
Very powerful life lesson. Don't do that.
Don't do that. Not that I did or encourage my little brother to, but
I don't know. The jury's still out. You mentioned little brother. No one asked. So it's like, wait a second.
Little brother. This could be fun.
Adjunct life lesson: don't listen to your sister when she tells you to do crazy things.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Dom, how about you? Any favorite movies?
This is going to be so out of the box. So it's going to be Friday After Next, the third Friday movie with Ice Cube and Mike Epps. And the life lesson for that movie is be careful how you talk to people, because when Craig and Dana as the characters in the movie, they became top flight security at a shopping center. There were some church ladies out. They were seasoned, aka in the senior citizen category, and they were just out singing some Christmas carols. And they got a little too excited being security. It's like, hey, y'all got to get off of this property. And they're just been singing Christmas carols. They ain't bothered nobody. And this was, of course, pre when folks got mad when you say Merry Christmas sometimes, and they want to say Happy Holidays. But yeah, and his buddy Craig had to pull him aside, be like, hey, you got to be careful how you talk to people, man. Them old ladies got some children, some nieces, some nephews. They know some people. And then next thing you know, later down in the movie, when they were still being top-flight security, the nephews found out wanted to fight them. So be careful how you talk to people.
Got to be right. Get that bass out your voice. You're gonna catch this pum rum pum pum pum. Is what's gonna happen.
That's right. And of course, avoid stepping in someone's collard greens. Yes.
Right. Don't let them greens touch that cornbread. I'm telling you right now. Don't do it.
No, we didn't even get to the cornbread. Later in the movie, and there was an old guy living by himself. He had an old shotgun. I was like, "Get out my collard greens!" And then he's just hurt nowhere. And he was chasing them for like 3 blocks in the movie.
Yep.
Well, thank you, Dom. I hadn't thought of that movie. I don't think I've seen Friday the third.
Friday
movie.
After Next. Yes.
Friday After Next. Okay. I almost was gonna say Friday the 3rd, but that's not accurate. wrong movie.
Yeah.
That brings to mind my mom's favorite. Well, one of her favorite holiday movies. This cracks me up. Is Die Hard.
Yes.
I was waiting for someone to mention that.
I will.
I was waiting.
Yeah. So we tend to watch Die Hard every year.
Mm-hmm. Die Hard 2. Then there's Lethal Weapon, and then Batman Returns. So just a few. Just a few that we'll just classify as, holiday movies.
I can see the tinsel in there somewhere. Wait, let me get it. I'll see
a snowflake.
Yeah, exactly. Get your goggles on, Janelle. Okay. Speaking of eyewear, I want to share a meme that I thought was I recently came across and thought was pretty funny. It's going to cover some of our faces, but we'll all be able to see it here. Here we go. Christmas is so much prettier when you have astigmatism.
Funny enough, I actually do have an astigmatism. So
I do too.
You know
I know.
So is this real, guys? Is this how Christmas is? This is driving at night. Wow.
Yeah, it's right. Yeah.
Okay, so goggles. My brother.
3 shots of awesome water right there.
Yeah, 3 shots. Now. My brother, poor guy, he survived me. But we had some Christmas traditions, and one of them is we help make the stuffing. And so, we're chopping up the celery, we're chopping up this, and helping mom. We have a whole cutting boards laid out. We got a system. And I look over, and my brother's got onions. So we all kind of take turns doing stuff. And my brother's got cut onions. That's his job this year. And I look over, and he had his swimming goggles.
There we go.
Did they work? Because I think
totally worked. You know how it just makes you cry. If you got a strong onion, that's just torture. No, he's out there. He's got swimming goggles on. He's just a chopping and throwing them in that pot. He's good. He's good to go.
Well, that's good to know they work. I feel like onions just seep in everything. It's like there's no getting around it. If you're cutting an onion, you're prepared to cry, right?
You're gonna cry, but you can't. The swimming goggles work.
Okay, Brian, I love that comment of and Tamara's talking about swimming goggles to cut onions. It's fabulous. Yes. And I'm going to go back to Brian's comment a moment ago. Bad eyes makes the light and tree look amazing, magical. I agree. Kind of like Dom's eyes. Right now. Dom's goggles.
Crosses everywhere.
Crosses everywhere.
But it's good. Goggles are good. We used to do a thing with the horses. So I always grew up, we had the blessing of just being really rural my whole growing up. And I was always on a horse. And so we would get in this one area we lived high up in the mountains, and we had about 10 acres of pasture. And so over Christmas break, one of the things my brother and I would love to do is I would jump on the horse and I would pull him on the sled. And so I'd have a rope tied to just a normal toboggan. This is just doing it, nothing technical. And I'd dally up on my horn and off we would trot. Well, I would get speed up because he'd be like, yeah, and the snow was a-flying. And I'd look back, I couldn't even see him. There was so much snow coming off the hoof of the horses. My brother's just down there, like this, loving it. And I'm like, okay, let's get him going a little faster. Well, we hit a stump. We didn't mean to hit a stump, but we hit a stump. He caught air.
Oh, was he okay?
Oh yeah. He kind of rolled out, flew off the the toboggan, rolled, but we had foot and a half, 2 feet of snow. He was fine. He'd come up though, and it was just, he had goggles on again because so much snow. So it was just this abominable snowman. I mean, he was just. It's like,
Okay, so that I don't want to cut you off, Janell.
we're good. Yeah, he was fine, and we had fun. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for that story. You also actually just preempted another joke, so must ask, what do you call a snowman with a 6-pack?
A snowman with a 6-pack.
My brother.
Abominable
Snowman.
Yeah.
That's your cue, Barbara. Thank you.
Nice.
Okay. Oh man, yeah, that's like me skiing. I haven't been skiing in a lot of years, but
Up and away for sure. Huh?
Should we hear some skiing stories? Maybe based on that music. Maybe there's a few stories, Kim.
The story is simply so I've tried snowboarding. I'm not as good as it. I prefer to ski, but I admit every time I go skiing, inevitably there's at least one time when I'm going down and I'm like all those memes you see where the person's literally tumbling down and their skis end up in multiple directions. So it just made me think of that, but it's fun.
You come up, you clean off the glasses, take out the scarf.
Try to slow down and still, it's like, it's a good thing I'm flexible and I've always been okay, but
yeah. The guy coming down, hey, will you grab my ski? Will you come ski your ski down?
I've had to search, like, okay, we found one. Where'd the other go?
Yeah, the other ski like 6 feet up in a branch on the tree, and they're just looking. Oh,
that one's gonna be tricky.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to just share with y'all, because I have not really shared this hat with many people, but I'm happy that I have an opportunity to wear this hat today. I don't think you can see it fully,
but that's got some height.
There it is.
I know, right? It's
Ballin'.
my Christmas,
Yep.
exactly, my Christmas tree hat.
Yeah.
And I crocheted this. I made it.
Nice.
There you go.
Skills.
Thank you.
There it is.
I'm
There we go.
impressed. I've
That's what I'm talking
crocheted
about.
before, and it's not that good.
Oh, well,
You did great.
thank you. Okay. So I crochet a lot of things and I love it. And a lot of things I think are pretty decent, but I will tell you, I crocheted, I was like, you know what, I'm going to stretch myself and I'm going to make a sweater for myself this time. Cause I usually stick to, hats, scarves, blankets, things that don't require like a true fit, even this hat is actually a little big. I had to roll it up, but so I decided to make a sweater. It became a dress.
There you go. That's how you address the situation right there.
Exactly, Dom. Yes. Yeah. So thank you, Tamara. Thank you, Tamara. I appreciate that. Yeah. So, and you just roll with it. I bought I love this certain shade of green. I bought like 7 skeins of this one shade of green for this sweater. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, well, okay, it'll be a little longer, but it's not that bad. And then I put it on and it had this weird design too, where it was those get me every time. I'm cracking up at the sounds. Anyway, it didn't work, but we'll try again.
Looks you got the skills to crochet a snuggie is what you got going on there. That was just big.
See, there you go.
I am working on that, Jeoffrey. I'm actually making one. Yes.
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah,
I'm making one.
Nice.
See, you've always got an out. You start with a sweater. If it turns into a snuggie, that's what I wanted.
Mhm.
I know, right? Hello, I meant to do this.
Yep.
Do that. That's a snuggie. Of course it's not a sweater.
Exactly. They could call it a jumper dress. I know, right? I've been toying with some different things to do to it. Yeah, we'll see how it morphs, but Yeah, I'm working on. So the Snuggie is a different one. I'm actually working on a different project that's a Snuggie, but with hopes to maybe even do more because I love them so much. Yeah. Okay. So I came across some, I thought, humorous gifts, and I thought I'd just, hey, bring them on the show. So, have any of y'all played Uno? Show 'em no mercy. +10.
Oh, what?
+10.
Talk about life lessons. There is. Let's go. There is. I don't care if you're my niece and you 7. You about to pull this. You about to pull this and understand.
Okay, here's one more. Rubik's Cube.
What? Already
Give
solved.
that to that
Yeah.
smart aleck. Yeah,
I like
that's
that.
kid.
I like that.
You know everything. I know. There you go.
So yeah. Anyways, anybody have any fun or cheesy gifts they've ever given to someone?
Oh, I do have a gift. This was a white elephant. Funny enough, it was hilarious because I was at, funny enough, day job, work as a librarian at some random place in Maryland. And we had a conference every year, and we had his guest speaker come in, and he had a bunch of signed books. Well, my name was called. I'm like, all right, sweet, I won something. And then when they gave me a book, it was this darn autographed romance novel with this half-naked Viking dude with a six-pack on the freaking cover. And I was like, what the hell is this? I tried to sell it on eBay for like 2 years, couldn't do anything with it. But then there was this opportunity at a Toastmasters meeting where they had a white elephant gift situation going on. And the thing was, it was kind of dull the whole time, but I brought a book in, and folks know I have books, and I'm all about books. And they thought, oh, one guy picked it up because he kind of knew me. He's like, oh, yeah, Dom, he's got books. It'll probably be some inspirational, motivational book or whatever. As soon as he unwrapped it, he said, oh, God, just dropped it. It just busted out laughing that the whole room could hear him. And everybody was like, what is it? And it was that same book I got for White Elephant. And everybody was dying laughing the whole meeting.
That's good.
Like I finally got rid of it.
That was good. The worst one I have ever got. So that whole gift exchange game, love it.
Depends how you play it, right? Some people really do like the used gift thing, and other people like do it with a new gift, right? Like,
This yeah, I know. And this was a snowman, and our grandma, bless her. So she brings the snowman, and it lands in my and I have a number that I'm never going to get away from the snowman. And so it's a snowman cookie jar, and I'm like, oh well, cookie jar, okay. I open up and there's cookies in it. Now this isn't so bad. I mean, this is not so bad. So I thought, well, I'll just take a bite. No one's going to take it from me. I'm just going to take a bite of this. These cookies were 2 years old.
Ouch.
Ugh.
Ouch.
I take a bite of this. I'm like,
Oh,
what? How many times is this? You know how you bring a gift, you re-gift the gift keeps on giving. This jar of Kiss Snowman kept giving.
They're not always either. God.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That
That
makes
gave it back. And the next year, I should have just taken the cookie. I should have left the cookie in that I took a bite of, right?
Yes. Yes.
Dang.
Oh man.
That
Yeah,
would have been
that's-
epic.
Did anyone else see or know that the cookies were 2 years old? Did you tell anyone, or did they know?
I don't think they knew. And I honestly think that Grandma didn't know. I don't know
Okay.
how all that happened. But I think that, you know how you set something on a shelf and you forget?
Yeah.
And you think, oh, it's so cute. And I think she forgot there was cookies in it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Nice, that was the real elf on the
It
shelf.
was bad. They were bad. Not even-
That's none of us laughing, y'all. That's the sound check. I love it. Okay.
Checking behind me, like, what the heck?
I know, right? Who's
It goes to Christmas past.
Were they green cookies? You know what?
You know how to
They
pick
were.
our
They were
environment.
sugar cookies. Maybe
That's
they were
extreme
green.
regifting.
Yeah, that's extreme regifting.
How come there weren't any ants in those 2-year-old cookies? Is what I want to know.
No, that's good.
They
a good
wouldn't even go
You
into
know,
those two.
If ants are going to show up to the party, you think 2-year-old cookies would have names written all over it, but
They looked at that and they said, mm-mm.
Okay, time for another joke. Oh, Dominique is saying you cracked me up. That's so good. Okay, I'm going to share another joke. Here we go. Why did Santa's helper start going to therapy?
Well, I guess this makes me an elf since I got one of his hats. Let's see. Why did Santa's helper start going to therapy?
He had low elf-esteem.
oh, stop it!
Wow.
Oh. Wow! Excuse me while I sit.
Instead of self-image, it's elf-image.
Yep. Oh, that's it. It's the party now. Somebody snorted. That is when the party starts. We got the snort. It is now. Nope, I got the snort now.
Okay, I have another one for y'all. Here we go. What do you call an elf that just won the lottery?
Affluent.
Wealthy.
A wealthy.
Oh, wealthy.
Wealthy.
Bingo! Bingo!
A wealthy. That's funny.
Okay,
That was
I'm
going
gonna
to the lexicon.
I'm gonna give myself one of these.
Nice.
Hashtag always fabulous.
Right.
So we can have Christmas in the snow, but who's had Christmas in the sun? Have you ever had a down under Christmas?
I haven't. Have you?
Wow.
Tell us about it. Tell us.
Yeah. I didn't know if it was possible. You know, your reindeer can't use the sleigh, you know, all these things that you have to have, right, for Christmas. But so yeah, I went to school in New Zealand, spent a year down there. And so we had Christmas, and they said, we're gonna have Christmas. I'm like, all right, let's try Christmas out down here. We took the sausages, as they call them, to the beach. We built a bonfire. We roasted sausages on the beach. We laid out in the sun and we swam on the surf. And that was Merry Christmas.
Wow.
Nice.
I know.
See, so
It was nice.
For our audience here, everyone you see on screen today, we are all over on the other side of the world where it's winter time when Christmas happens. But I know it's come to my awareness in recent years, like, oh, not everyone has winter. And at Christmas time, they legit have summer activities, heat and all that.
Yeah, it's amazing, you guys, and all the fruit, you know, everything that we have, what we would think, oh, this is summer, so all the berries are on, all the fruit's on, you know, that's their Christmas. So you're having fruit salads, and you know, it's interesting. You're like, whoa, this is Christmas. We got Christmas trees, we're decorating them, and we're having pavlova, and I got a pavlova. Look at this.
Yum.
Anybody? I got this when I was down there. My New Zealand cookbook. How about that? But this is like the dessert of the holiday. Pavlovas.
I've gotten to try that before when I visited relatives in Ireland. And
What did you think?
It's very sweet, but I loved it. I thought it was so decadent. I'd never had pavlova, and so to have it homemade was just so special. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's real traditional for that time. At least when I was down there. This was in the 90s when I was down there. And then you put the passion fruit over the top and all the whipped cream. Gotta have lots of cream. It was good.
Okay. So we're nearing the end of the show. We're not done yet, but Janelle, your intuitive nature is just creating the best setup for all my little cheesy jokes. So I've got one final cheesy joke for everybody. And thank you, Janelle. So here we go. What did Mrs. Claus say when Santa asked about the weather? Anybody?
Mrs. Claus.
It's raining men.
It looks like reindeer.
Oh, you were close.
You were close.
You had the rain in there.
You're good. You're good at these.
Oh,
Thank you. I literally went through like over 150 different jokes and tried to pull the best ones. So this is the cream of the crop, y'all.
and there's still tears.
Thank you.
Blame it on the rain.
Yeah.
Billy.
Helene saying, I thought it was still the 90s. Um,
Biff
90s
Foley.
jokes.
Always
Biff Foley.
90s.
Always 90s. I remember those.
Well, I'm not going to ask for final thoughts yet, but what else would you all like to share with today's audience about ways to have fun, be able to enjoy their holiday? And I feel like I could say this every year because we could, there's a lot of things going on in the world, right? And what do we do to make sure that we get to enjoy the holidays, that we are honoring ourselves? I could go on and on, but just what else comes to mind? I know we said a few things at the beginning of the show. Is there anything else you guys would like to share?
Well, just remember that you have the power to choose all the time. You're never going to be without this in any way, shape, or form. From your first breath to your last, you're going to be able to choose what to feel good about. And don't save all your love for Christmas Day. You can do this every day, every moment. Like I say, I like to live my life one giggle to the next. It's a choice to do that. And I have fun doing that because it just feels good to feel good. So why not?
Mm-hmm.
I completely agree. At the bottom of this mug, I can't show it to you because I have something in it. But at the bottom of this mug, it actually says "feel good," and I think little reminders like that are just so helpful, especially when if there are lots of things shifting in our world and transitions that maybe feel scary at times or make us feel sad. Right? It's good to have little reminders, affirmations, little things that can help bring us back to center, help us ground who we are, and remember, I'm going to use one of my phrases, that every day is a new day and that you are still amazing, even as the world shifts around you. I see y'all nodding your heads. Dom, is there anything you'd like to share that you'd like people to think about to enhance their holiday?
Sure thing. Well, for those who may have like contacts and friends that they haven't talked to in a while, definitely reach out to them and say what's up and just really catch up with them and see how things are going. Because, yeah, family's big, but sometimes family is not big for some people at this time of year because it can be a rough time of year. But, yeah, connect with folks you haven't connected with in a long time and see how they're doing. Maybe set up some coffee or whatever for like sometime next month. Since the holidays are a busy time for a lot of people, just really reconnect with people, and heck, even as a way to reconnect with yourself. Like, I still have high school friends I'm friends with to this day, surprisingly, and when we connect, it's like we just really reconnect where we left off. Nothing really changed.
I love that, Dom. Absolutely.
Definitely.
Remembering people and reaching out, taking that action to reach out. Janelle, anything else show up for you that you'd like to share with people? Help them.
Yeah, and I just on the vein of what you guys are saying, because it is, and different people experience different things through the holidays. Sometimes you have loss that you don't time when loss happens, and life can and loss can leave an imprint in that season. So giving yourself time to honor that. You don't have to be happy all the time. Honor what it is. Honor what you need to do. And looking for people that maybe that's what their truth is right now. That's what their reality and what they're living through right now. And don't expect them. I've walked with some different people and the different pain that they've gotten to process, because seasons can imprint that in us. So year after year, it just kind of triggers. And it's like, I don't tell them you have to be happy. It's the holidays. No, you don't. It's all right. Be you. I want you to come into my presence and be you. I want to love you right now. Just like that. And I think that unconditional love, boy, there's a way to give back.
Yeah, I love that. Feel the feelings. And I want to add that, one of the reasons why today's topic, happy holiday humor, felt relevant is because humor is one of those things that even if we are going through something challenging, isn't it such a nice relief when like something just makes you laugh and you can feel that energy shift, right? I know I love it. And speaking of small deeds, the thing I'd like to add is that, if this is a challenging time, maybe there aren't the same people in your life or as many people in your life, or you're experiencing loss, sadness, grief, whatever it might be. What are some small things that you could do to, maybe brighten someone else's day? Because every time we brighten someone else's day, it always has that reciprocal effect and coming right back to us. I just learned of something today you probably all know about on Amazon. When you order a gift, you can actually go back in and you just type on the search bar, "thank my driver." And it just sends that driver a friendly little note, I guess, a note of appreciation. Like, how simple, free to do, right? So, yeah, so we are nearing the very, very end of this show now. And I want to just say thank you to all of our panelists today, and for being here, for sharing all of your wonderful stories, your laughter, your presence, and putting up with the cheesy jokes that I've fought for. Thank you to everyone. I will just ask quickly, we're nearing the end of the show, but what's one word you'd all like to leave everyone with? And I'm going to start with Jeoffrey. One word.
Bacon.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Love it. And Janell, one word.
Hope.
I love that one. Dom, how about you?
Faith.
Oh, I love it. And I'm going to end with breathe. Remember to breathe. So many gifts come through our breath. Have an amazing day, everybody. We will all see you again very, very soon. Have a wonderful holiday. And thank you for spending time with us today.
I want to say thank you for joining us today and welcome you back next Sunday as we once again are joined by a panel of subject matter experts that will explore and focus in on our fabulous lives. Until next Sunday.